Are you halfway through the year and wondering where your time went? In January, you had big goals, but you find yourself buried in the tasks. Your team is losing steam and burnout is knocking at your door. Here's the truth. You don't need more hours in the day. You need a mid-year reset. Today, I'll show you how great leaders pause, realign, and lead stronger into the second half. So if you're tired of treading water, grab a pen. This is your wake-up call. Let's get back on track together. Hey everyone, John here. 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 Welcome to the Leaders Leading Leaders podcast. Hey everyone, John here. Welcome to today's episode. And it is another season opener, season 16. And this one's pretty special for me because it's in that summertime, that lull period where I find a lot of leaders that I coach, people are taking vacations. Their focus is off. Maybe your focus is off as the leader. You're feeling drained. It's that summertime lull that a lot of businesses go through. Everybody's out of their normal routine. School is out of session. There's a lot of things working and stacked against you as a leader, as a business owner, that you are going to need to overcome. And not just overcome, you're going to need to sustain momentum through these summer months. So when fall hits and everyone gets back into the rhythm, you are just that much closer to your end of year goals. Consistency builds business. Consistency in leadership builds influence and trust. It's important for you to refocus, reignite, and rebuild your momentum during these summer months. So this season's going to focus on tips, strategy, and techniques to get you through that mid-season lull. So a couple topics that we're going to talk about this season: reflect without regret. You know, most leaders don't like to look back because we failed in the past. And if we look back, that reminds us of our failures. But that is the exact opposite that we need to do. We need to look back so we can realign and reframe the direction that we're going. So here, great leaders reflect with intention. And I'm going to give you some questions to focus that intention on how to look back here. It allows us to adjust the course. So I call it a mid-year audit. And we used to do this, whether you're on a fiscal year calendar or a regular calendar year, which we're in the mid-year of the calendar year. It's an excellent opportunity in these summer months to do an audit, whether it's a mid-year audit or we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter in a fiscal year. It's okay because now we're on the home stretch. We're in that last 90-day stretch to get to September 30th. And these are the months that we're spending money normally in a fiscal year. So we have to be mindful and we have to be purposeful and keep in the front where we're going, the direction. So our mid-year audit, 3 questions that I want you to ask yourself. What goals did I set in January? What goals did you document? What goals went into your performance plans? What are your key performance indicators? Very, very important. And then number 2 is going to be, what progress have you made? What progress has your team made? What progress have you made as an individual leader, as a business owner? And then number 3 is, what no longer makes sense? Those 3 questions are a great way to audit where you are at currently and then allow you to reframe your focus. Let's talk about another topic we're going to discuss in this season, and that is realign focus like a CEO, Chief Executive Officer, not like an employee. So what does that mean, John? Many times, business owners, leaders get stuck doing the work instead of leading the work. And it's that transition that we have to make from an individual contributor, somebody who built the business, somebody who is maybe part of the team at one time and now has taken a leadership role, or moved on to an organization and now you're moving up the chain from a frontline manager, maybe to a second level manager. Every single time that you assume another role, responsibilities come with that. And what got you to where you are will not make you successful moving forward. And the reason I say this is, if you are continuing to do what you did in the past, you're not leveling up what you need to be doing. Each time you take a step, you get farther and farther away from the work. So you have to lead the work and not do the work. I want to take a quick break from the episode today to talk about a couple things. The first thing, less than 40% of our listeners are subscribed to our channel. You would be doing me a huge favor if you click on that subscribe button. It helps us grow our Go Be Great community and get this podcast out to as many people as we possibly can. The second thing, are you a small business owner that is drowning in the day-to-day operations? You're delegating tasks and you're still doing all the work. You're experiencing a high turnover. Maybe you don't have the systems and processes in place that you need to run a successful business. I invite you to go over to thejohnespinosa.com, fill out the form to see if you're the right fit. Now back to the episode. And some really good techniques here that we're going to discuss is to reset the focus to lead your business, your team, your organization, not run it. Again, opportunities that you can step back and allow processes, people, and systems to run on their own are going to be crucial for you to be able to step away from the organization, for you to be able to go on vacation, for you to be able to spend time with your family, for you to be able just to have a restful sleep at night and not be getting the calls that something broke or a decision needs to be made. So again, realign your focus like a CEO, not like an employee. We'll have a whole episode, if not 2 episodes, on some practical ways to get this done. And then another way that I like, to allow yourself to think as a CEO is to block that time out on your calendar. Block the time out on your calendar to do some strategic thinking, to spend some time planning for the next 6 months or 90 days, whatever that looks like, and then develop yourself. You can do this through mentoring and coaching. You can do this through watching podcasts. You can do this through just having a community of fellow business owners that maybe you all get together on a monthly basis and you talk about strategy, you talk about things that are going on, market trends, whatever that cohort, whatever that group looks like, get around others, other business owners, other leaders that are in the thick of it, that are experiencing the same things that you are experiencing, and they just might have a hack. They just might have a best practice. They just might have a challenge that you can help them solve. But get together with like-minded individuals. You are the sum of the people that you take advice from. So surround yourself with like-minded individuals that are looking to grow their business, that are looking to self-develop, that are looking to plan for the future and stay ahead of what is coming at them. Really, really important. And then last, we're going to divide up some episodes into a segment called Reignite Your Team's Energy. And when I talk about this, summer can slow everything down. And you think it's the exact opposite. But hang with me here. Normally, people start taking or planning for vacations in their personal, or maybe you yourself are planning for a vacation. And when you begin to plan, you have a deadline, you're looking forward to something, it takes away focus and energy from the tasks at hand. Morale can dip if maybe you're a small company, if you're a small team, and somebody's out a week, somebody's out a week and a half, and now somebody else in the organization on the team has to pick up the slack. So they're going to be overworked. I always like to throw some incentives out there, throw some time off, whatever you have available to you. If somebody's picking up the slack, especially if you are a small company, give them an incentive, give them a reward for picking up the slack there. That's going to go a long way to morale. But we'll talk about some different techniques as we get into this season. And then the natural tendency for leaders is when things are going wrong, when morale is low, maybe the market isn't where it needs to be, or just business isn't doing what it should be doing, we push harder and we push harder, put our foot on the gas. We try to go faster. That's not the time to do it. What we need to do is reignite the passion in people, reignite that energy that people have, and that's going to allow us to continue that momentum without pushing harder on an individual or a team to hit their goals or to hit their standards. One thing that I like to do here, and if you're not already doing it, schedule one-on-ones, and this is just a quick pulse check. I am a big fan of one-on-ones. And a great question that I like to ask, especially during this mid-year term, is What's one thing that would make your job easier? That's going to open up a conversation that allows you as the leader and them as an employee to get in the weeds, talk about what's one thing during this summertime. Maybe you are experiencing a lull. Maybe it's a refinement time where you can refine a process. You can refine a system. You can refine maybe a model. You can shut down a piece of equipment and do maintenance on it so that way it produces more as inventory picks up. Whatever you need to do, allow the ideas to be brought to you. So again, you're backing away from having to think that you got to bring in all the solutions to the problems. And another great thing that I like to do during the summer are summer challenges. Challenges go a long way with energy, with getting people's competitive spirit going. They're a great opportunity to provide a little incentive. Give it 30 days, give it 45 days, whatever you want to do during that summer months, the June, July, or even into August month. Give them a summer challenge and then go with it. It will reignite that energy, and we'll talk more about specific challenges that I like to use. So again, this season is going to be jam-packed with strategies and techniques to allow you to rebuild, refocus, and reignite that momentum to make it through to the end of the year. So I want you to make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. That way you don't miss any of the episodes this season. And if you need help with the reset, let's build a game plan. Check out thejohnespinosa.com. Drop your contact information in there, and we'll see how we can help. I believe in you. I'm excited about this season and everything that you're going to be able to implement starting today. Go be great. Talk to everyone later. Bye-bye. If you like what you're hearing, do us a favor. Click on that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up or leave a comment. That lets us know that what we are putting out benefits you. If you want additional information or resources or learn how to work with me, head on over to thejohnespinosa.com, because when we become better versions of ourselves, it helps us get others to where they're going. Go be great. Talk to everyone later.